It is so far back. Hello, Michael and Kraken. How are you, Michael? Feeling better? Okay, that's working. Everything's good. Title is correct. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Alright, now, Bismillah. Yes? Alright. I am happy that you're happy. Yo, Jimbo, you're very early, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm also early. I was supposed to stream an hour ago, but I took some time to let food digest in my system. And here we are. Bum, bum, bum. La, 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 la. Before I continue to storming, let me just check my audio if everything's good or needs tweaking. Nope, everything's good. Tenth run, inshallah, I get rid of this game. Until I do a speed run of Crash 1, because I'm not very good at Crash 1 when it comes to skips, like hyper jump and all of that. I can play the game fine, but not hyper jumps. Because you can do hyper jumps on here, and also slippery climb. You don't really do hyper jumps on slippery climb. You only do it in the time trial. You do it on Koala also. What else? I think you do it on Native Fortress also? I can't remember. Nah, whatever. Oh, actually made it. Hello, Martin. This game pisses you off? Oh no. StreamMake has too much BS. Tell me about it. Yo, Lunatic, been a while. Even though I jump early on the birds, didn't quite jump properly. Watch there be some new bullshit? Yeah, just watch. Since you fell down the Cars 2 rabbit hole, oof. Yeah, Cars 2 is like it's a good game. I haven't played it, I don't have it. I've just seen the kind of mods people do for it, it's pretty cool. You have a playlist, you put a playlist of all your attempts. I think it's over 12 hours, wow. Closest thing PC is gonna get in regards to NF, yeah. The falling behind the crates, I always, like, I thought NST's 1-to-1 to OG. No, it's not. See, N.Sane, they don't have any of the source code except level geometry. And the code of that is so old, they had to spend time decoding level geometry, and 5 or 6 of them were corrupted. So they had to basically remake everything from scratch visually, using videos online of people playing the original game and them playing the original games themselves. And they try their best to put everything as close as possible to the original. So N.Sane is not a 1-to-1. Genuine recreation. It's perfect in aspects when it comes to visuals and just the way the game works, but 1-to-1 in controls, no. It's not the same. Yeah, it's fine. It's been like 5 minutes anyway. Even though this game does have a lot of BS to it, you still love this game? Same. I agree. Whoa. I don't mean controls, I mean placement of crates, collision, etc. Yeah, they had to recreate all of those from scratch. I was living in lies about NST 1-to-1 OG. Maybe. Damn it. Nice inputs. Cool. That's my fault. Hi, Alvin. No, I don't have any tips. He just has to be very lucky for the waves. Nice input, bro. Ugh. You can make mistakes like this and still get platinum. Yeah. You have trouble getting velo times on ruse tubes. Love your content. Thank you, Alvin. 1 day, 8 hours, 54 minutes and 20. Wow. Well. Surely gonna be 2 days at this point. The monkey just randomly disappeared. Don't let it claim this week as well. That's the hope currently. I can get the gem in the time trial later, Alvin, if I reach here later. There's no difference. It just saves a bit of time, even though it's not a speedrun. I'm just used to doing it. The first 3 live streams is the reason why it's one day. I can see why. Why does Crash's animation when he's running fast? Because he's scared? Cars do AI surprisingly good at handling the track layouts and shortcuts like the Super Speedway one. Oh, really? That's actually very interesting. You also take the Cortex Chaos Mystery Cave ones? Different successes, huh? Honestly, very smart that they did the AI like that. to take shortcuts and master custom tracks. I'll be honest, I didn't understand the question. I think what Alvin was asking is, why does Crash look like he snorted cocaine when running away from the boulder? I mean, he is scared, is what I answered. Was he asking about the boulder? I don't know, he was asking about Crash's animation, I guess. When he runs, speed shoes in the original warped. Oh. Well, you could have mentioned the speed shoes. Yeah, that makes more sense now. I was watching speedrun, and there was a question, can you play game slower? Like, you do not speedrun. Speedrunners said no, if you use to speedrunning the game is very hard to go back to playing it differently. Yeah. It's very hard. If you have a certain way of playing a game, the only way to play it differently is if you improve how to play it. You can't just downgrade yourself to a previous playstyle. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. How do you think about Crash Bandicoot model and Nintendo? What, I mean Smash Bros? I don't know, honestly. Nice. Shield is turning around. Irritates you for some reason? Yeah. It is what it is. It's just weirdly coded AI for them. Oh, NST Nintendo Switch. Ah. It looks fine. Honestly. It's that difficult to downgrade yourself as a speedrunner? Yeah. You can't just play bad on purpose. Or like intentionally. Unless like you try really hard. I mean, it's not difficult to play bad, it's just... It's not possible for someone that's good at a video game to suddenly play bad. Because they're used to playing a certain way. Unless they improve. Cold Hard Crash is not bad. I agree. He had no hair in N.Sane, it's just fur. It doesn't matter. His model's fine, honestly. To go from 0 to 100,000 like nothing, the ways you play, yeah. Yo, collector. I'm not doing 10,000 push-ups, Alvin. I'm not doing 10k push-ups. You can get through Cold Hard Crash with only breaking 2 boxes. Interesting to know. 2,000 is already pushing it for Lewis. My prediction is that he's gonna reach like 10,000. You beat 10 velo times, nice. I pray he doesn't get to 10k. Well, he did say he's not gonna like do it in one sitting. He's gonna do it like in the span of overtime. That's a lot. Yeah, it is. He's playing too safe isn't necessarily good either. Yeah, it's not good to play safe sometimes. You gotta risk it for the biscuit and catch cycles. Also cause problems for a speedrunner during Hitless. Yeah, true. Thing is, Hitless is a much different mindset than speedrunning. You learn new things doing Hitless that you would not learn in a speedrun. Maybe that one or two thing you might apply in an actual speedrun from Hitless. It could be faster. Ignition burst. Eating ice cream? Enjoy your ice cream. You would have gone all the way to infinite push-ups. If you did Lewis's challenge, I get mad quite easily when you're struggling at a game. Oof. Hello, Barrett. Someone's feeling crash ice cream. Maybe later in summer. On the bright side for Lost City, at least when I fail a lot, get a huge amount of lives when retrying. True. Did you say Hitless is much more difficult than speedrunning? Yes. In speedrunning, you can salvage back time. What are you gonna salvage back in Hitless? If you take damage or die? Nothing. You restart from zero. Unless you do a quick turnaround to avoid falling. You can salvage and reroute in a speedrun. You cannot do that in Hitless. You have one shot. In a speedrun, you can find a strat that saves you time, and maybe you might be the only person that knows how to do that strat, while someone that has record doesn't know the strat. I want to do speedrunning, but I think speedrunning is a little too much. Yeah, it can be quite a bit. You have to do it in no mistakes to get the world record. It's subjective. It depends on the kind of record it is. If it's something that's heavily optimized, then unless you verbatim copy and paste what the world record does and do slightly better movement, then the only thing that'll help you is like a new strat. Which you can do in speedrunning anyway. You can find a brand new strat that even world record doesn't know. In a speedrun, if you lose a mask, for example, crash games, you just reroute. You reroute and then try to salvage masks and how you can do levels. At least in any game besides Crash 1 and Crash 4. Bum, bum, bada, bum. Crash 1, 2, and 3 are already been perfected by someone. If I want to get the record, I have to use a PC and be perfect. You have to use tricks. Yeah. Beginning of ski craze. Taking a 2 crate at the beginning from the ramp is actually slower. Yeah, obviously, because you're going all the way around to get the crate. You guys improved through new strategies and glitches, and better movement. Yeah. Sorry, had to reply. Alright. Why is it so satisfying to watch your streams? I don't know, Anton. Is it satisfying to you? If so, that's awesome. Sometimes I also look back on my older streams when I play other games or just anything, just to like recap and see where I can improve, especially when it comes to playing games. I had recently streamed on PS5, nice. Yo, Headsprouter. How are you doing, Mr. Sedhouder? Worms Armageddon, deathmatches are very RNG reliant. Yeah. Well, at least it's not Crash Bash RNG. And again, Crash Bash is like slightly manageable RNG in some parts. It's more like reactionary RNG. Good luck. Look out for misaligned boxes. Thank you. Don't worry. I know now not to hug the wall too much. Because apparently I was hugging the wall and I didn't even look like I was hugging the wall to begin with. Are you gonna pass that bullshit part with the crates? Probably just jump spin. Because the ones at the bottom are not misaligned. It's the ones at the top at the end that are misaligned. Oh, I could have went. The most boring level in the game, Sunset Vista, yeah. It's not difficult, it's just very long. I'll be honest with you, this and Castle Machinery and Jaws of Darkness, they're all like more difficult versions of the same level that you do first time, right? Those three are just tedious. Yo, Lunatic on YouTube. Twitch crashed for you. Wow. Damn. Country code about the original voice lines of Penta Penguin. Country code. I forgot the key. No. No. Well. I may as well just finish it and get the gem. I completely spaced out, forgot the key. No. It didn't occur to me that that was a Cortex bonus round, I'll be honest. You know, I kind of wish they would let you redo a bonus round in case you like miss a key or miss the collectible in it. It's like, oh, you already have all the boxes here, but you can retry the bonus again. Just set up a few TNTs by the door. Uh-oh. Can't remember what the keys are specifically for in this game. Just to unlock the 2 special levels. The hog level and fumbling in the dark. Yeah, I know about Penta's original voice lines. It's just placeholder. Oh well, it's not speedrun. Also, it's kind of funny, that's a Tana token. It's kind of funny that all the Cortex tokens are in the same same floor. It's like one's at the beginning once you climb up here. Then one's in the middle, and then the other one's like on the back side before the last climbing part. Yo, Mr. 10. VTuber, Abdul, the Arabic guy, what's been cooking? A VTuber, huh? Didn't realize I became a VTuber. I thought about having like a PNG instead of my camera one time. Like it would basically just be Crash with headphones and a controller. We are Temu. We are selling the highest quality products. Ah yes, my favorite high quality. Okay, this time I'm not missing the key. Something like Julia Bandicoot. Something like that, yeah. But mine wouldn't be really an OC. It would just literally be Crash. It would basically be 2 frames, right? It would just be the same, like, style from the same artist, just being a PNG. They call them PNG tubers, right? So it would be something like that in place of my camera. Why does it show me the screen if I already got the gem? Again, so weird. Crash if he was a gamer. The actual thing I think about, are there any speed drawings that actually need you to be slow? Speed drawings? What? Yeah, I saw the Star Fox announcement. I'm sorry, but the key art is beautiful. The in-game stuff, namely Fox himself, look very off. I don't mind Falco. I think he's fine. Fox looks not right in my eyes. The gameplay is good. I haven't seen the gameplay. I think it's just Fox that looks very wrong, and then there's that chick, I forgot her name. She looks completely different than the original Like, what the fuck did they do to her? How would you rank worst to best bosses in this game? Obviously, Papu's like the easiest. Pinstripe is whatever. Ripperoo's fine. Koala Kong is very good. Brio is great. Cortex is also whatever. So realistically, it's just Koala and Brio that are actually very good fights. Question is, why would they redesign in the first place? Pfft, beats me. Than most anthro animal art. It's just too realistic. Way too realistic. Like, it's fine, honestly. I don't mind it. It's just Fox and that chick look so wrong. The chick's probably the worst one. Fox is fine. I think it's just the eyes that need tweaking slightly. Cat? Yeah, I think that's her. It's more aligned with what they tried to create in the original box art and promotional images. Yeah, I can see that. Never understood what people meant with NST designs being realistic. I think there is some realism to it. But the thing is, they made it work. Like, it's not stylized, it's just quite decently cartoonishly realistic. Oops. Hello, Adawi. Thank you for good luck. Ratchet from Rift Apart looks very realistic. The old ones are better. Ratchet's is practically just furry. Like, let's be real. It's more furry than realistic. Which is fine, because it suits Ratchet very well. The thing is, Ratchet is like all aliens, right? So you can make anything work with aliens. Sci-fi stuff, you can make anything work. And I think Star Fox in a way, yes, it does work, but it just looks so strange. They made Ratchet cutesy. That's good. Star Fox is not cutesy. It just kind of looks mildly cursed. Yo, Clack. Finally caught me being on. Nice. I think realistic is an oversimplified term, is it? Is it though? I mean, there's nothing wrong with realism. It's just, it gets to a point where something looks way too realistic that it doesn't even look good anymore. For cartoonish animals to work in a realistic format, you need to be decently cartoony looking. Going for 100% realism just does not work. I mean, look at Lion King. Did that work? Fuck no. Just, it's terrible. Are you going to get motorbike dev time? Inventory glitch. Just get the gem and keep the inventory up. It gives you extra frames. Rad virus, the Hanta virus. I don't know. Maybe Pinstripe was on that boat. Speaking of hantavirus, that's why toxic waste exists. Bum 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 bum. What people mean to point out when they refer to realism in the N.Sane art style. 1 second. Is the level of detail applied to the characters and environments? Yes. It's just some tweaks and better lighting would fix the kind of realism that, you know, basic lighting and environments have. I mean, look at Crash's teeth under light. They look terrible. It looks like he needs to go to a dentist. Wonder what happens if Ratchet meets Fox. They'd probably be good friends. A motorbike without the boost is too slippery, and with the boost just a boat without automatic turning. That's certainly a way to describe it. Bum, 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 bum. Colorblind programmer? I don't think so. It's not how it works. You have multiple programmers, not just one person. You have a blind person that won MasterChef. Well, like, anything is possible. People put their mind to it. I mean, Helen Keller. True. Paraplegic gamers, yeah. Forgot what the bald guy was named. Joe Bastianich. Yeah, him. Yeah, he's an asshole. There's no contest. What do you think of the Steam controller? I think it's pretty cool. That Tom and Crash 4 levels are just hideous. I think they're fine, honestly. Basically on the show because of his mom, probably. You just need to know the levels very well, and good movement to get dev relics. But they're not required, obviously. It's just aesthetics anyway, also. Dev relics are platinum relics in other games. Platinum relics are the golds in other games. Yo, Neon. Good luck. I'm plotting the willpower to keep at it for several days in a row now. Yeah, it's like been over a week. It's been over a week. Hard dev relics are a sign of a good playtesting developer. Yeah. Okay. Caddy has pain during the platinum because he's not good at the game. I'm sorry. You don't need perfection, he just did not know how to play the game or understood how the levels worked. If I can get most, if not all, the platinums by just good platforming, without any special movement, just good platforming, then I'm sorry, his video, at least for the platinum relics, for the time trials, it's not relevant. And people took it at face value, just because it's Kadikarus. And before someone takes this as if like I'm personally attacking the guy, no. I love Kadikarus. That's just my criticism of his take on the game, which is normal. You know, boom, someone having a different opinion, sheesh. So that's to clear the context. Before someone suddenly takes it out of context saying, oh, look, this guy's hating on you. Caddy, I'm sorry. This asshole is hating on you. It's like, bro. Because there are people like that, sadly. There are people that will take it that way. There are people that will take it this way and then spin it into something more sinister just to make their favorite YouTuber look good. But yeah, I don't think he's correct on the platinums, or at least the time trials. I mean, maybe he just doesn't like time trialing in general. Because the moment people see Platinum Relic, they get terrified. When in reality, it's just the gold relics from all the other games. I agree, I can't triple spin due to hand problems and still got all the platinums. Yeah, you just don't use it. Just play the game and learn the levels, that's it. Sorry, is that Jamela? Okay, I almost called you Lamela, sorry. He does like time trialing and has defended it in Crash as far as I remember, but I think you're right about his assessment of the difficulty. Like, I'm not going to disagree that Crash 4 levels are not difficult. Or, they are difficult. They are difficult, it's just... It's a new game, you know, take the time to learn the levels. You don't need to give yourself carpal tunnel syndrome with a triple spin. You're obviously gonna have difficult levels here and there. Yes, that's normal in Crash games as you play the game in later stages. His worst video is the CTR pit stop drama? On one hand, it's 50-50. I agree they shouldn't be there, but at the same time, to say like, oh, you need to get them, it's like, no. No. To be dev on Cocoa Power, but not Oxide and Prehistoric, or get Platinum in Engine Labs. Here's the thing. Engine Labs Platinum is notoriously difficult even in the original game. Even in OG CTR, Engine Labs is tough. CVT. I really think that people shouldn't look at other people's opinions and make their own opinion, like looking at reviews. Everyone's different. Yeah, everyone's different. Just because one person or one content creator says something doesn't mean, you know, you have to take it at face value and say, okay, well, that if it's his opinion, then it's my opinion too. It's like, no. Play it yourself. Play it yourself. For me, Cortex Castle is much harder than Engine Labs and OG. Yeah, it's... I think Engine Labs is more difficult. That's just me, though. It is a shame, though, that some naive kid will have bought Wampa coins with mom's credit card. IGN, yeah. Yeah, it's the most ignorable microtransactions. And they hid it in another tab that you can't see anyway, so it's like, why bother? Yo, Chris, how's run? So far, it's fine. So far. So far, it's fine. How is grinding, if you're doing any grinds? Okay, Brio, please be nice to me. Haven't been grinding lately, but getting back to it. Nice. Did C2 Hitless speedrun today? Nice. This is a wise word for me. If you start being Oxide or Velo, this is a spark. It means you could beat it. Who's the developer? Yeah, if you manage... I feel like if you can manage Velo, you have a chance of beating the dev times. Technically took a hit in Piston. Oof. Well, robot crabs. Wampa Lewis is probably the face of Crash Tubers? Yeah, he is. He is, definitely. It's just hard to keep Bluefire in Playground. It is a difficult track, I'm not gonna disagree. Yo, Balak. The goo, the PS1 looked like fruit pastels. The guy with the door pushed you backwards. Oof. Damn. Yeah, the shields are ridiculous in Crash 2. Yo, Jaden. Wumpaloose is the new king. Yeah, I agree. Okay, from here on I need to focus. Because lab. Okay, wait. Okay. William P's better than Velo, yeah. If you're playing CTRNF with turn class, you're not human. Did you know that you can beat Tiny Arena's dev time and deep sea driving with turn? Imagine if Luce and Caddy had a crossover. That'd be cool. Got distracted by the most vivid rainbows outside my window. Nice. What was your favorite Crash Bandicoot fan game? Infinite. Crash Bandicoot Infinite. The movement there is flawless.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
Okay. It's gonna shoot here. Yep. I thought I got a hit. What the fuck? Shoot me. Okay. Shoot me. Yep. Okay. He's gonna shoot left. The fan game streams from last year, I enjoyed watching. I will rage at Respawn. Fuck Respawn. I love it, but the controls are whack. Speaking of whack. Yeah, you can get stuck at the door. GG. You could just give it to me, fuck's sake. Well, not much to do here. I'll just have to reset. Fuck's sake. I'm gonna reset. I can't seem to play the game after Cortex. I just don't know why. That's an hour and 30 minutes wasted. No, it's not even pressure, it's just... You can easily get stuck in the game sometimes. It is what it is. It's not the first time I've died in the lab. On that door specifically, because you can get stuck. Either way. Fuck's sake. Hey, Lopsa. Cube. The second you clicked on my stream, man. Yeah, obviously it's not my fault, it's totally your fault. Bad chat. How could you? I'm obviously joking. It's my fault for, not waiting a bit to jump. It's fine. It is fine. I feel like this game just wants me to fail at every single level in Island 3. I don't know why. I failed in Cortex Power. High Road. Fumbling in the Dark. Jaws of Darkness. Castle Machinery. And fucking Lab. The Lab is unironically the easiest one to play. Because it's just the first spawn and everything's guaranteed for you. But no, the game has to treat you all weirdly and just give you a non-jump. Back to the beginning. Island 3 is scary? It is, yeah. I mean, fucking... Cortex Power. Gen Room. Toxic Waste. High Road. Slippery Climb. Jaws of Darkness with the fucked up cycles. Castle Machinery with misaligned crates, and the lab being the lab. And Stormy Ascent. You mastered Stormy Ascent? I have, yeah. I feel like I'm competent in this level. I'm competent enough to play this level. I kind of wish there would be like a new game plus where all the levels are open. Except the secret ones, because you need keys for them, obviously. And then you can just like do Island 3 right away. Or you can just do the game backwards. It's kind of funny because Crash 4 is set up in a way where that you can do no game plus. Stars were misaligned. Maybe. Kind of wish it could just let me do the lab and castle machinery. Start of the game. That'll ruin the fun. True. Would no game plus make sense though? I'd feel like it would. Make sense if your character evolves. Yeah, but it's Crash 1. You don't have anything that, like, boosts your movement. It's Crash 1. I mean, it'd be funny if they added the slide as a power-up in this game. Crash 2 gives you a Crash 3 power-up. What if Crash 1 gave you the slide from Crash 2? It's kind of how one of the 2D Sonic games gives you the homing attack as an ability once you beat the game or something, right? One, two. And back to the beginning again. Which Sonic game does that? I don't know. Maybe Sonic 4. Or Sonic Mania. Ay, ay, ay. I cannot wait to go to Crash 2. I can't wait to just go to Crash 2. I've never been more excited and happy that after this it's gonna be Crash 2. No, Butterfly. I can't take a break from this game. I'm in a certain rhythm that I just know the game inside out. I know I can do it. I fucking know I can do it. I just need the game to not fuck me over. Just need the game to function. Bum, 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 bada, bum. We pray and hope this week. At this point, it's gonna be this month. Yes, Butterfly, what do you expect? It's Crash 1. You come and try to do this. You're gonna fail. Until you get it. That's how it works. People have like 1,000+ attempts trying to beat Elden Ring hitless. Crash is no different. Whether it's 10 attempts, 100 attempts, or 1,000. I'm not gonna say this is gonna take 1,000 attempts. I'm just giving an example. You're gonna see me fail. That's just the nature of hitless. I swear, this jump is not that hard. It's not that difficult. It really isn't that bad. Let's just hope you get it done before becoming 30. I'd rather get it done before I turn 29, thank you. I'd rather get it done before summer. Rather get it done before the month ends. Rather get it done before Eid comes in. Rather get it done before the week finishes tomorrow. You know, rather get it done before it turns midnight. You know, As much as I dislike failing so late into the run, at least it's another thing to be careful about and learn. That's at least something positive. Rather get it done before stream is over. You know what? Yeah. It's testing Crash 2. You know, finishing this, then starting Crash 2, just get a feel of it. Yeah. Why not? One of these. Probably could finish OG with no issues. Yeah, you'd be right. In OG, there's no time trials. There's no bonus rounds you have to do, except the Cortex ones. It's just the levels and not dying. And you have such minimal backtracking for a few levels just to get the box jump. Just never end the stream. Imagine. Yeah, just let me like go to bed, stream's open. I wake up in the morning, get to work, stream's open. Switch to my phone using TeamViewer and just play through work using data on my phone. Hit, fall off a pit, and pause, restart before... Yeah, no, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to restart like that. You can only reset as long as you're standing still and literally nothing that would kill you. Whether kill you, hit you, whatever. That includes in the racing levels in Crash 3. If you're in an auto-scroller like Polar in Crash 2, or the Hog, then you need to reach the end. If you're on the plane levels, then you need to beat the main objective, and that's the only way to reset. If you're on the motorcycle, as long as you're in a ditch on the side, without going out of bounds, as long as no racers are able to hit you no matter what, then you can reset. Yeah, it increases the difficulty. Ice physics ain't that bad in OG. No, they're not. They're atrocious and insane though. Aw. That's kind of a dumb rule. That rule applies to every single game on the website. It's a general rule. Bum, 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 bum. Let me pass Island 3, let me pass Island 3. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is lurking, chilling, and working on whatever report that someone has to do to submit later tonight or tomorrow at work. Slightly zoned out enjoying the fresh air from your window. I wish I can do that, but unfortunately it's like 30 degrees outside. 30 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It's not humid, that's just normal weather here in summer. Midsummer it gets to like high 30s, low 40s. Peak summer would be like 45 in the day. So far, this year has been like not that bad weather-wise. Then again, it's not July yet, so it's gonna have to wait how 40 is gonna be in summer. $11C here, just rained a little. Are you in the UK? Sounds like UK weather. Do you work from Monday to Friday or Sunday to Thursday? So, funny story. Back in school, it used to be Saturday to Thursday. No, Saturday to Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday would be our weekend. And then sometime later, in I think the 2010s, they changed that to Friday and Saturday being weekends. Oh no, wait. It used to be Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Okay, I remember. So it used to be Thursday and Friday, then Friday and Saturday, and now it's Saturday and Sunday as our weekends. Wasn't until a few years ago that they shifted our weekends to Saturday, Sunday, just to like coincide with the rest of the world, because UAE is like now like a tech hub, so it has to like align with the rest of the world. Why all those changes? Just to coincide with the rest of the world. Because it's become a tech hub here now. Yo, Addy, thanks for good luck. UK part of Ireland. I was about to say UE got affected quite a lot in a good way to globalization. Pretty much. Wasn't that much back in the early and mid 2000s. That's why our weekends were Thursday and Friday, and then over time it creeped up to Friday and Saturday. And then to fully align with the rest of the globe, it became Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, and we pray Fridays here, Friday prayers, so that in turn shortened some it's up to a company's discretion, right? Friday can be short work hours, so instead of 8 hours it can be 6 or 4. Usually 4, because, you know, 8 o'clock is usually the time people start going into work. 7 or 8. For me, though, it just got recently changed so that now we're meant to stay until 3. The only difference is that instead of a 1 hour break for prayer, because, you know, Friday prayer. It's a 2-hour break. Just to give some headroom, because prayer time is at around 12:45, and by the time you finish everything, it's like 1:15, so it's like you still have time to have lunch. And then you're back at your office by like 2 p.m. and then you work for a bit until 3 p.m. and leave. So, how Friday is, it's very flexible for us. Unless it necessitates it for 8 hours fully on a Friday. I'm thankful at least that I get to have that kind of Friday. So this weekend shift is mostly a Middle East thing. At least my friends from Jordan work on Sundays. It depends on what kind of work you do, yeah. Some people work 5 days a week, some people work 6 days a week. Some people go to university on Sundays. Why is Island 3 scary? Because it's Island 3. It has the lab, Jaws of Darkness, Fumbling in the Dark, Slippery Climb, High Road. Toxic Waste and Generator Room. The weekend in Jordan is Friday and Saturday. Yeah, it just means that Jordan is not really a global tech hub. UAE is just way too advanced, so globalization weekend-wise is very important. It'll never be a tech hub, sadly, because just the way things roll. Even if you're not a tech like hub country, if your weekends are Saturdays and Sundays, if your job necessitates it, you will still work Sundays. I mean, for all I know, I could be reading an email tomorrow where my job's telling me, okay, starting for the next 2 weeks, you guys are gonna have to work Sundays full-time for like 12 hours. It's like, what? At that point, it depends on your contract and how necessary you are, or how critical the work is, and how important it is. If you get paid for overtime, then that's good. You know, if you're able to do it. If you're not paid overtime, then that's a completely different issue. You have 8-hour and 12-hour shifts, yeah. You have 12-hour shifts, you have 1 week different and second week too, and it repeating week 1, week 2, week 1, week 2. Like, for example, you could be working around the clock, like in the ocean, right? As like in an oil facility in the middle of the ocean. That requires like 24-hour work, but at the same time, like you can chill in the oil facility. as long as things are fine. And then, for a whole week, right? And then the next week you're off entirely. It's a demanding job. But if it pays well, then it's a really good one. Kraken, I like that Rayman emote. It's one of those FIFO jobs, I think they're called. FIFO jobs? What's FIFO? First in, first out? Something like that. Oh, fly in, fly out. Yeah, basically how it is. I think they use this term for Australian outback jobs. I know nothing about that, so... Excusez-moi. Week 1 you work 6 days, and week 2 only 3 days for 12-hour shifts. I think that's decently good if you're able to manage it. Also depends on the kind of work you do. Honestly, if you're able to get the job done, you can just slack off, I'll be honest with you. If you're efficient at your job, you can just slack off half the time. You can just do whatever as long as you're doing your job. You're doing your job, no one's gonna give a shit about you unless your boss is nosy as fuck. A raid coming. Oh. Whoa. This is a bad level to receive a raid. Oh, Fez. Thanks for the raid, Fez. How are you? How'd the stream go? There we go. In the outback, there's plenty of mining jobs and others, and since some people in the cities work there, they do this FIFO thing. They work for, let's say, a week and fly out home for another week. Yeah, exactly. That's usually how it is. Hello, Sophia. Any money laundering tips? Good question. Go gambling. I'm kidding, please don't. hog almost cooked him. If any Aussies are around, feel free to correct me. Yeah, if Pig Farm is here, he'd tell you. Probably. Yo, Sorip. How do you go on the rope without falling? 60 frames on PC gives you more rope pixels, ropiness. It's a lot easier on 60 frames than 30 frames on console. It's definitely gambling in gacha games. True. Instruction unclear, lost 5k. Well, I'm not a responsible financial person. Seek a professional, Ali. I just remembered. I should do Road to Nowhere Relic. I only play on PS4. Yeah, understandable. I mean, you don't need to use the ropes anyway. On Road to Nowhere especially, you don't need to use them. On High Road, you can do like a technique where you jump on the rope a bit and then jump again, just to like maneuver around things and readjust. To get over things more quickly. Not today, Mr. Hogue. What are your thoughts on Crash on the Run? It's good, just repetitive. Immediately turned off by how mobilified it was. It is, isn't it? It was a little bit lagging on your phone, but it was probably my phone issue. Yeah. I mean, you could also emulate it on BlueStacks. Works fine on BlueStacks. Any Crash 5 news or anything? Sadly, no. Not yet. There's some things probably happening with Crash behind the scenes, but so far there's nothing. I would eye more on Spyro this year than Crash. I don't think they're gonna do anything major for Crash this year unless they will announce like, oh hey, brand new kart racer or something. Because that's like the likely thing. Besides a Fortnite crossover. Really? This one went off? Hey, it's not. Crash devs are idiots? Don't say that. Ah, my fucking god. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want platforming? Honestly, same.
But, Doctor...
Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Yeah, Ali, I know. It's just out of frustration. Back in 2020, you realize you're just playing a Subway Surfer with Crash. It's basically what it was. It's not bad, it's just mediocre. I'll be honest, I thought I made that jump, but I didn't realize the game just didn't give it to me. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Yeah, I need all the relics for Hitless 105. Candy Crash, imagine. Okay, Kraken, take it easy. Yeah, I'll be honest, Snock, you say some very controversial things. And it's what fucking kills me every time, almost. Imagine how hard Crash 4... Crash 4 is not difficult to me. It's just tedious, because it's a long game. I'd rather play Crash 4 than this, at this point. At least it's a game where I know I can trust my jumps, and not this fucking game. Every single time. Every single time. With this game, you just don't know when you're gonna short your jumps, or it's gonna overjump you. You just can't tell. Also, there won't be a next stream because he's gonna beat Crash 1 hitless right now. I hope so. Can't wait to be done with this game. Felt like a massive downgrade. I just want to play anything but Crash 1. At least in Crash 4 you have more abilities that help to vary your gameplay. It also helps because the game controls way better than this game. Don't think he has stage fright. Me? It's just the game. I don't really have stage fright, no. Obviously I can get nervous if I'm like close to finishing something and I'm in a very difficult segment, yes. That's not really stage fright, that's just the frustration of the game and the stress that increases your heart rate because you're so close. It's kind of how I feel like in Island 3. It's not stage fright. Okay, please be nice. There we go. Okay. Vicarious, yo, thanks for the follow. There's one thing that's positive about resetting, it's that I'm at least consistent on Stormy Ascent. The bad part is I'm not consistent at any other level past Island 2. I think Island 3 just sucks. Yeah, it's just normal stress usually, because you're very late in the run. Not, Stormy Ascent doesn't stress me, it's just tedious because I don't want to fucking repeat it. I just want to get it done. So I can start the actual run with jungle rollers. I will be very bored playing Crash 1 over again. I mean, I'll be honest, you guys are the ones keeping me sane. I'm kidding, obviously, you know, I'm not that ridiculous, but you guys help. Ever so slightly. Yo, MadQ. My man never been more fresh. I mean... I got the beard. But yeah, the lights are off. Because I can't be asked having it shine in my face for a few hours. Hey, Victor. Yeah, Trilla trash. Fuck Crash 1. What's good? Terrible, Victor. I hate Crash 1. I'm obviously joking. It is my least favorite Crash game of the trilogy. Fuck, man. Hitless. Makes me really remember why I just don't like Crash 1. Stage still getting you? What, Jaws of Darkness? Nah. Yesterday was fumbling in the dark. Today was the lab. And this previous restart was not focusing on Sunset Vista. This game will make you fame, I guarantee. Imagine. Nah, I'd rather not be famous. I'd rather be a small person and chill. This one's doable. Yeah. Crash 4 is not going to change anything. So I'd rather just play Crash for fun after Hitless. Crash 4 is a big task, though. For me, the base game is fine. Inverted is kind of fine. Time trials are the easiest. It's the tapes. It's the tapes that start getting to you once you finish the main game. The tapes are quite tedious. Ooh. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, when I'm jumping, I should just focus and not read stuff. Crash 4 is not real in this game era. Ah, yes, imagine. Which Crash 4 level do you struggle with getting insanely perfect? I'd probably say Crash Landed, Rush Hour, and Toxic Tunnels. And what? Toxic Tunnels not that bad. As I played it more. Cortex Castle is a tedious one. I don't know, the last 3 worlds are very difficult. Yo, Rick. Just got here. What did you miss? You missed me dying in the lab. After Crash 2, what will be the requirements be? So, I was attempting Crash 4 Hitless until I switched to N.Sane. So yes, after Crash 2, I will continue Crash 4 Hitless. I'm just doing the trilogy because it's shorter, while Crash 4 is a longer game, so if I get hit like 4 hours in, then it hurts a bit more. Maybe you can do it on your first try. There's like only 1 or 2 levels that I think would be problematic in Crash 2. Mainly pissing it away, spaced out. Pack attack. And totally bare. Those 4 levels are a bit of a pain. I hope your boy reaches his dream being hitless. Hopefully. A door in the lab came down on you. No, it's the door that was opening up, but it's the one before the bonus. Not the one before the not the one after the TNT. It was opening up and then it got me stuck, not having me move, so then I died in the process of jumping. But that's fine, it's my fault because it didn't wait a bit until the door fully opened. Which I should have did. Because all the cycles line up for you, anyway. How can a man who never misses achieve being hitless? I don't know how to answer that question. Hello, Panda Girl. Okay, wait. Bum, 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 bum. Instead of beating the cycle, I'll just wait on those first 2. Same thing here. Oh, no. Yeah, I fucked up the cycle a bit. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Check out the stream. Crash is a good series. I agree. Crash is good. You always hit your achievements. I've done the series and now on to CTR. Good luck. Crash never been good. He's an animal. Ah, yes. I wish Crash was famous instead of Mario. Crash is well known. At least he's coming out with games unlike Mario. Mario is just re-releases left and right. It's not even remakes. Crash went the extra mile and remade games. Mario, I'll be honest with you guys. If it's not Mario Kart, then people are just not gonna be as interested in Mario. I mean, they're just milking Mario Kart at this point. Even if it's good. Also, Pig Farm. I forgot to greet you. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, you're either a Crash kid or a Mario kid, no in between. Poor Mario. I just wish I had done so back when it was more active. You can still play OG CTR with custom tracks and Project Safi. Don't know how it happened. You have so many games and even 2 movies now. The thing is, Mario is just a household name. With Crash, the main issue with Crash is inconsistency with releases and inconsistency with developers. It's changes, surviving a publisher, then being acquired by another publisher, then another developer, and Mario is just like, lol, one developer. Or just one publisher. Lack of passion going beyond nostalgia. This is the thing, you can do nostalgia, just don't overly rely on it. You can still make something new with nostalgia. I feel like that's what Crash 4 achieved very well. After that new nostalgia, it's time for something newer. You can still do nostalgia, but it shouldn't be the same new nostalgia. It should be something completely different. They have it nailed down. Just need to do it again. Yeah, I agree, Victor. Crash 4 didn't really go that far. It doesn't need to, honestly. There's some things that I would change, like going just one extra step further with the story and the implication of this different dimension. If they just did that, and extended the entropy fight, I think it would have given it more substance. But as it is, it's fine. But yeah, it played it just a bit too safe. Which I think is fine, because it's a new thing. They're trying something new. You have to play it a bit safe when you're making something new. And then people get used to it, and then, you know, people want something new. Right? They've experienced something similar for the 4th time in a brand new game. It's time for something that's newer. And I feel like that would have been like a perfect they were doing that, basically. But then, you know, things went by the way they did. Because Crash 5 was meant to be about the same, but newer. Obviously, it was all like sketching and planning and pre-production. More like Sonic Adventure-like an approach? I think, in a way, kind of does that, because you have Dingo and Cortex. The exception is Tana's gameplay is kind of... It doesn't really make use of the rail grinding as much, and her hookshot. I think her gameplay is the only one that, like, is really lacking, because it's very identical to Crash. Everyone plays the same, though? I disagree. Cortex is more puzzle-like. Dingo's levels is just a bunch of crates and you can chill with his vacuum. It's still, in core essence, Crash gameplay, but in a different style. It doesn't need to be overly different. Which is also fine. Like, it doesn't need to be too different. Otherwise, we're gonna have another Crash 3 moment where it's like, oh my god, why is the gameplay so different? Wow. More diversity. Add more diversity to the game flow. I think it just needs a few extended gameplay with the characters instead of doing the Crash part again. You're already primarily playing with Crash more than everyone, so it wouldn't hurt. I mean, yeah, but that's exactly what they did. It just needs to be more. Because it's not much in the actual game. And to me, it felt like they wanted to do more, but it's like, oh wait, you know, people might be fatigued by this different gameplay style, so let's put them back to Crash. It's like, no, give me more. All of them have like a level of their own where you basically practice their kits. Which is honestly fine, like Crash doesn't need to be like two different gameplay styles for it to work. Slight differences makes all the differences. I feel like that's what Cortex and Dingo achieved very well. Even if Cortex plays not ideally in 3D. I'm not a zoomer and I love Crash 4. No, that's a comment. Enfield Crash was back with NSD or Nitro-Fueled. I feel like he was not only back, but back more than ever. And it's a starting point, it's a revival. You do a revival, and then you try something new with the old, that's what NF did. And then you try something completely new, but still playing it semi-safe. And then you don't do what Rumble did, and instead do what Crash 5 was supposed to be, or whatever the crossover game was supposed to be. I don't think they would call a crossover game Crash 5. It would just kind of defeat the purpose. It would kind of put a red flag on both IPs. Like that. It's like, oh, why is Spyro here? Oh, this is Crash 5? Why is Spyro here? Why is half the game Spyro and not Crash if you're gonna call it Crash 5? So at that point, just don't call it Crash 5. Yeah, I doubt they would call it Crash 5 if it was a crossover game. I feel like that's what holds them back, though. At least, like, if, as a developer, if you're gonna rely on nostalgia, at least don't make it be the sole thing to be in the game. Yo, trusted. I feel like that's what holds them back, though. Like Mario and Sonic aren't afraid to step out of bounds and explore. Odyssey is so much different from the typical Mario games, and Frontiers is different from the typical Sonic games. I agree. Again, I feel like that's what they were also meant to do with Crash 5. Because it sounded like it was nothing like how Crash typically is. And I like that. And whether it's gonna be continued or not, or what if the kart racer that's like quote-unquote leaked is gonna do something different, who knows. Whatever it is that they're gonna do with Crash next, 100% it's gonna be something totally new with a bit of nostalgia. Because you don't want to, like, be it too different. You still want to keep some core essence to it that was already newly established from Crash 4 onwards. Like, it's still stepping out of its comfort zone while still being Crash. Because I feel like that's what Frontiers successfully did. I don't know about Mario Odyssey, I didn't play it, I'm being honest with you. And I have a Switch, so... If Crash had something similar to Thump and Wumpa Islands or something, it might help the same gameplay issue. Yes. Exactly. Thump and Wumpa Islands, I don't own Imaginators. I've watched it fully. I think it's brilliant. It is just chef's kiss. It is brilliant. Like Thump and Wumpa Islands, just expand it. I welcome change, and I love the mutant games. As long as the change is executed well, And the gameplay is good. What? And not omega repetitive? And button mashy? Then whatever change they do, I will welcome it. If you're gonna give me Titan's DS on the console as gameplay, please, I welcome it. Probably, who knows? Yeah. Currently, it's a bit of a ambiguous moment because we literally don't know. Skylanders was the original Crash 5 with Spyro and Crash? No, it wasn't. Skylanders was a Spyro game initially. And then they spun it into its own franchise. Sorry for your bad English? No, you're fine, Sophia. Crash 4 didn't have a Japanese version? Yes it does. Unless you mean like the art style. In that case, no. I mean, when it comes to the Japanese style, they're like trying to make Crash more cutesy, right? Crash 4 already does that, so it's like they don't really need to do that. Nah, Mad Q. Companies don't simply think about killing games like that. When their plan is to make a new game, their plan isn't to kill it. Or a series. Their plan is to make money. The product has to be good to make money. Yo, Samantha, have you completed the Hitless run before? Crash 1, no. Crash 3, yes. I came close last week, but I got hit on Road to Nowhere. In doing the gem. And that was backtracking, doing the relics and getting any gems I didn't get. There isn't a Japanese version. Yeah, there isn't. It's just dubbed in Japanese like any other game. I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. Crash 1 Japanese box art is a lot better than the NTSC PAL. I feel like it's the same, it's just more cutesy. And Japanese version? No, the Japanese version of Crash 1, they made it easier. Because they saw it as too difficult, and then they made things bigger, platforms, changed a gem or two, changed the placement of Sunset Vista to Island 3. The Japanese version is easier. Already in his refined Crash 2 design, right? I think it's just the way the Japanese designs Crash on the box art. Crash Boom Bang didn't get a sequel. Yeah, whatever the thing is called, Choken Crash Bandicoot. Fan-made Crash levels will be good as a new game. No. We are not in that stage with Crash, sadly. Honestly, that's a good thing, because otherwise, what would the company even make? It's like, oh, people are making it, why should we? It's like, no. I mean, we have Crash 4 on Unreal Engine. Do you see people making new levels for Crash 4? No. Crash 1? N.Sane Trilogy just had a level maker created for it. People are making custom levels with existing assets with N.Sane. Nothing like too crazy. It's fun, but it's nothing like overly crazy. Fans will make something very, very difficult because they can. Developers try to make things accessible and not impossible. It quenches the thirst. It does. The leader of a Japanese company was a What are you talking about again, Matthew? I kind of forgot. How rigid? I'm not even sure if that's a word. Unless you mean rigged. Regulated? I don't know, honestly. You were talking about how Japan hate Crash? No, they don't. Who even said Japan hates Crash? Japan loves Crash. They put a lot of work into marketing for the Japanese audience. Also, Sony is a competition with Nintendo. Not anymore, it seems like. Why would Mario even come into it? wasn't it Tana they hated? Honestly, I don't know. It's all in history, though. I don't think they hated her, they just didn't like her design, so they wanted something more welcoming to the Japanese audience. And that's how they improvised Coco for the next game. And it worked. Times change. Maybe it wasn't accepted back then and it's accepted now. You're rich. Hello, Mecha, Mr. Peanut. Mr. Nutpea. I'll be honest, Mad Q, I have no idea what you're talking about anymore. You lost me. Struggling with the time trial on Gen Room. Oof. Try to cut some corners. And make jumps between the moving platforms. It may seem like you can't make them, but you can. How goes it with Krish 1? Terrible. I hate this game. Hate it. I hate it. I love N.Sane, don't get me wrong, I just hate Crash 1. Japan probably wouldn't have batted much of an eye. A lot more children's content than we are. Yeah, I guess. Shut up, David. All I know is Crash is better. Well, obviously, yeah, no one's disagreeing. I don't know where you got the narrative that Crash isn't better. NSD Stinky. That's what the S in NSD stands for. N.Sane Trilogy. Or as Victor liked to call it, Trillatrash. It's like that one episode from Drake and Josh. I ain't calling you a liar. Well, I ain't calling you a truther. David, you want to do 200% bash hitless with me? You're the one that's playing. I'll just sit back and watch. Yeah, goated show. Crash Bash guys here. Yeah, Crash Bash 17. Crash the Bash David guy. Bum 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 ba ba dum. I'd rather spin that one. Imagine a competitive boss fighting in a Crash Bank platforming game. Crash 5 concept art has that depicted. Since I've been streaming Crash games lately. Nice. Are you a speedrunner? He was. He's not really. He just plays games for fun. From an in-universe perspective, does Crash complete everything hitless? I think he is aware that he is collecting lives. And Aku saves him. So maybe not. Bum 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 bum. Animals don't have brains. What do you mean? Bro, it's a it's a just accept the question. It's not a serious one, Matt Q. You guys have a strange way of having fun here. True. Or it's just a David problem. Right, David? You're a speedrunner, right? You're gonna get world record tomorrow on Crash Bash. Hello, Luigi man. Bum, 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 bum. Cortex has the Revivatron, so I imagine canon characters die a lot. True, you're right on that. But in a real adventure, I doubt it. I would just assume Aku, like, kinda keeps Crash alive. Kinda like how he does in CTR, he just, like, brings him back alive. Sonic was always less mainstream platformer. In a way, yeah. But Sonic does his own thing. Looks like my personal Nintendo favorite platform being DKC games. Nice. I love Donkey Kong. I don't play... I didn't used to play Donkey Kong much back in the day, but there's something special about Donkey Kong that I love. I barely play Mario games as is. Same. Let me check that. Is that an input or a slip off? That's it. Input and slip off. What? Come on. I give up. I'm gonna stop here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have to wake up at 8 anyway. Okay, you guys have a good night.